Hey guys, today I'm gonna show you how to cut open the Tabasco geodes the least expensive way possible. The tools I'll be using today is a hot glue gun, glue sticks, a Dremel or any rotary tool will do, diamond cutoff wheels, and you'll probably want more than one because I'm guessing we're gonna wear through a few of these cheaper ones. Of course, safety glasses, spray bottle, and a piece of wood or even like a cinder block or a concrete paver or something would work well as well, because we're going to actually glue the Tabasco geodes to here, and that's what's going to anchor them while we cut them open. Oh, important note, you'll want to make sure that you're using the diamond cutoff wheels and not the carbide wheels. The carbide wheels will not cut it. You'll need to do diamond. So I kind of laid them out here just so, I knew that I had enough room for them. You might want to space yours out a little more than this, but I think this should be all right. Now, yeah, my hot glue gun's all heated up now. The one thing I want to emphasize is when you glue them on there, give it a nice kind of deep glue gob to soak down in, because, the more contact it has and more of the jagged edges that are caught in there, the better chance that it'll stay stuck for you when you're cutting it, because you'll definitely be putting some pressure on it when the wheel is spinning. Well, don't touch the hot glue. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but it's very hot and it can definitely burn your finger. That is all of them. One thing you can do, especially if you have like a really round one that maybe isn't gonna adhere as well because the texture is not as rough, you can go back after it's cooled off a little bit and just do a little extra to bind it in place. Because otherwise, some of these round, smooth ones will kind of pop out of that mold as soon as the water starts flowing and the diamond wheel is pressing on it. So you might need to do that, but you'll find out pretty quickly. And even if that happens, if it pops out, you can just put it back in the spot and then do a little more hot glue on it to get it to stay. So, all right, I'm gonna let that cool off for a little bit and then we'll get to cutting. Quick note for anybody doing this at home, please protect your lungs and your eyes. I'll be wearing my safety glasses and my respirator, and of course have the air scrubber going. We are doing it wet, so it won't create as much dust, but still, it always pays to be over safe instead of under safe. So if you can do it in a well-ventilated area or outside, that is ideal. Okay, in theory, what is supposed to happen here is we are going to be spraying these guys, probably with one hand, and also maybe spraying your blade at the same time to keep it cool, and then cutting with the other one. Make sure your cord's not in the cutting path like mine. Now, some of these might pop out, and if they do, we'll have to re-glue them. So, let's see how it works out. I put this plastic tray under just because I'm doing it on my table here, and I don't want the table to get all wet. But that's the only reason for that. So, let's give her a go. So I didn't realize that my phone had stopped recording while I was cutting. So that's why things have moved around a little bit. But let's start back up. Okay, we're about halfway through, and you saw I shot a few of them out, so we're gonna have to glue those ones back down. But otherwise, working out pretty well so far, and honestly, I'm surprised at how long this little diamond cutoff wheel is lasting. Now, a big part of that is due to keeping it wet. If you keep it cool and wet, it'll last way longer than if you just, power on through with no moisture. So that's why I'm basically spraying it constantly. I'm gonna flip this around, and yeah, you know, if you're not too savvy with a Dremel or rotary tool, certainly could help to have somebody else spraying it for you while you're cutting, so you can keep your hands steady. As you noticed, once I start, it's best to go all the way through instead of taking it out and trying to go back in. All right, let's continue. Okay, so I think that went pretty well, aside from the couple that I shot that way, including one that shot about 10 to 15 feet further in my shop, and I haven't been able to locate it yet. Whoops. So let's take a closer look to see how we did. I did just rinse this off so that some of these could start drying. For the couple that popped out, I'll probably have to glue them back in, you know, to finish cutting them. But let's see how we did so far. Okay, here we go. Obviously this one we need to glue back in and finish cutting. Oh, I did. Nice. Okay. Awesome. Just barely hollow. This one ended up being solid, but cool agate on the inside. Nice little banding for that little guy. Okay. See this one? So also some cool banding. That one looks like it could be cleaned out a little bit, but not bad. Okay, also pretty. A little blue and green going on there. Okay, solid, but pretty agate on the inside. I don't know if you can see that banding. Pretty good cut on that one as well. Fairly smooth. Solid, but pretty. Oopsie. Smooth. They just popped right out. But it did a good job cutting. One's actually got some banding, just hard to see in this light. Ooh. Gosh, once again, not hollow, but very pretty agate. Probably too much light to see the nuance of the banding, but same thing, nice clean cut through. Okay, got that other half pried out on that one. Really pretty. And same thing, really good cut there. Okay. Okay, well, here was our results. I think they turned out pretty dang good for cutting with a Dremel and not an actual rock saw. So, yeah, pretty even cut. I almost want to dare to say that somebody could probably try and continue on and polish these if they had the right means and determination. Okay, all in all, I thought that these turned out really good given the circumstances and the tools that we used. And one thing I was actually really impressed was with this really, you know, it was a really cheap diamond cutoff wheel set from Amazon. I wasn't sure if we'd be changing the blade every single geode or not, but I think we only went through 2. I probably could have changed to a 3rd one at the end, but worked out really well. So I'll put a link to that in the info section. And same with this Dremel. I might even put one in there for a variable speed Dremel, because I think the ideal speed would have been a little bit slower than I was going. And maybe the geodes wouldn't have shot quite as far if I was going at a slower speed. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Please, if you have any questions, post them down in the comments. Or if you have any other tips or tricks that you guys use, please let us know. Dusty, out.